What's going on, ESGN Nation? Welcome back to ESGNet LP, as we're back here for the first episode of the Stanford Cardinals Online Dynasty here in NCAA 14 football. So we are back here with a new series, of course, a new coach. If you guys watched the introduction episode, you kind of know what's going on, but if the ones that are new to the channel and, kind of said, hey, what's this series about? Well, we're going to tell you quickly. It's an online series that we're playing on. I'm playing on NCAA with two of my good friends from college, Steve Lovelady and Taylor Freeberg. And they've been playing this game ever since this game came out in 2013. And they're currently in the year 2028. And I finally decided to join this one here with them. Now this series will have two other series tied to it. There'll be a kind of a coach corner series where we'll just be talking, three of us be talking like we're the coaches of the team and kind of talk about the NCAA culture from our point of view, and of course what they're doing for their, especially for those two. You guys get a chance to get to be introduced to them and what they are doing in their series, and they're what they think of NCAA from their point of view, playing it and just being around it for so many years. And of course, it also coincides with Madden 25. Now they have a series which is, I think they're pretty much parallel to one another in the same years of both of them, and I'll be a part of that also. So we'll talk more about that. I'll talk more about that in another series. This one will be a little different than the other NCAA series I have here on the that I have ever had it on either channel, either on this one or especially on the main channel on ESGNet. So we'll see a 3rd and 3 as we jump into this one. We're playing 5-minute quarters. I don't know if you guys seen the video in the introduction there. If you haven't, there's a link up below or above there in the eye. But there's the rules. We're playing on default roster or default settings. Playing on just trying to make the game balanced and whatnot. On All-American. I have suggested that we should have difficulty for like recruiting on Heisman, but that will probably be taken care of during the next off season, as Steve is the commissioner of the league and he sets everything up, and we he kind of asks us what we want to change for our conference and stuff like that. Now our conference here, as we see Murphy get a nice catch for the first down. Now I'm not really familiar with a lot of these players here, and hopefully we'll at some point here we'll get better. And they're ranked number 8 overall. They went to a bowl game last year, unfortunately lost against Texas, but they got they're a solid top 10 team. As you see, an incomplete pass there from Harold. He's 1 for 2 now here. Only 5 yards passing so far. But this should be a fun series. I cannot wait. I am going to customize the playbook just like I do in my Highland Scotties series there on the other channel. If you haven't checked that out yet, please check it out. It's a fun series. We're going to our 5th season in that one, and it's been a lot of fun putting that one together. So there's a nice little plug there for that one. But we're also going to coincide this with Madden 25. I have not decided what team I'm going to play yet. I'm trying to find it. They're going to let me know which teams are in the playoffs, because right now that's where they're kind of in, because they jump back and forth between these two games, and they also import draft classes. So once I find out what team I'm going to play with and where I'm at in the draft, I can draft players stuff like that. Also, too, like I said, there is a I haven't decided yet if it's going to be a weekly. It might be, if anything, we'll start off like a bi-weekly kind of a Coach's Corner podcast where we'll talk about the game, or at least the NCAA games that we have enjoyed in the past, or especially this one. And then, of course, talk about our teams and what we're trying to do and what we need to do to get to the national championship. And, of course, introducing those two guys. They don't do YouTube or anything like that. But there you see a nice pass there to Chris Murphy, 15 yards on the reception, and that is a touchdown there for Stanford. I will say it is a lot different, playing this game, playing in 5-minute quarters. I'm accustomed to my making 8 anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. That's one thing I have talked about too with Steve and Taylor about maybe next year, try to increase the quarter length. And they said that wasn't a bad idea. So they are going to look into that. But these are supposed to be just quick games that we can try to get a season done within a week or so. So I'm going to try to get these videos out as much as possible. My goal is try to have these on Saturdays, sometime maybe early Saturday afternoon or so, and then the podcast would probably be up, depending on our schedules. Would probably be up at least on that same weekend, or sometime during the week. So you see Washington gets a nice catch there on the sidelines. What a pass! Eric Washington, 57 yards there for the reception. Huge first down there for Stanford as they're wearing their all black uniforms there in this one. K-State's really having some tough time here in the passing game. And, we can customize, of course, our non-conference. And, I told Steve that I was wanting to play at least one Big 12 school every season that I'm in this one. Or at least if I can play two, that'd be awesome. Because I kind of want to beat up some of the Big 12 teams. But also, too, I want to play also some ranked opponents from also time to time there. So, and, of course, our goal is try to get to the national championship. And if we happen to face Taylor or Steve, hey, that's the whole idea. To either face one of those two teams for the chance to win the national championship. Now, as for this year, I don't know what we're gonna do. It'll be bowl game is definitely because this team has been to the bowl game several years before. Coach T.J. Bonds has taken over, so he threw that interception, and Coran is there running this one for an 8-yard gain there. 2nd and 2 coming up. But, it's just going to be a fun series here. Actually, it's not that bad editing, so I should be able to get these out on a regular, I'm hoping on a regular basis. Don't hold me to that. But the idea is to have these on Saturdays here on the channel, here on ESGNet LP. And then once we figure out how we're gonna do the podcast, we may, the podcast may be out of sync there for a bit, because we're maybe talking about, I don't know. By the time these videos come up, we'll probably be within a couple of weeks. So, it'll be different once we just, it all comes down to just when the availability we have, and sometimes it may not be all three of us. Sometimes it may be just me and Steve, or me and Taylor, or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna try my best to try to get at least one of them onto the podcast so we can talk. Just sit back, talk casually like we usually do, and just have some fun with it. So I cannot wait to do something like this. I want to do something different, especially here on the new channel. Kind of just something that I don't do normally on ESGNet, our main channel. But we go down to a 1st and 10. Washington drops back here, and K-State is starting to get the momentum going here on offense. As you see a nice got stopped there at the line of scrimmage there. So running game is really kind of a tough time, but Washington is making a great pass there to Smith. Zach Smith, 11-yard catch, and that's a first down on there for Kansas State. Wildcats coming off a pretty, not so good season last year, and they like to turn things around here, especially against a number 8 team, Stanford team like us. Texas last year were both, actually Texas and Stanford were both ranked in the top 10 if I'm not mistaken, and Texas put a good whooping on us last year in the Holiday Bowl there in San Diego. So that's definitely a team I would love to put on the onto the schedule maybe next season to get revenge. I didn't do that this year, but like I said, we control our own what players we can go after, what schools we want to play, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, and how we want our league or our conference that we're in be customized. We all decided to play different in different conferences, so we'll see if we can play each other. Because all of our skill levels are different. We're all different. We're all different, good in different areas of the game. So we just try to have it something that was just, kind of just a base for us to play on and whatnot. And like I said, these guys have been playing this game ever since this game originally came out. Ooh, almost a interception there, as Harold here needs to be pretty careful of what he's doing there with the pass. 2nd and 10 with just 29 seconds left here in the first half, and he's going to throw this one up there to Barber. Barber, great catch there from him, 20-yard reception. I don't know about this, but I just get so lucky having really good tight ends, man. They're just awesome. And this one, John Barber, he's just been playing this game and playing the, just kind of practicing with him. He is just such a great catch. Look at this, just great catch. Knows to be at the spot he needs to be. Knows he needs to help the quarterback out, and just does a great job there on the catch. Murphy's not bad at receiver either. He just got to have better hands. There's sometimes in the red zone he just does not have the best hands that he should have as a receiver. And we see Harold gets in there, no problem, breaks a tackle, and gets a 9-yard rushing touchdown. And that'll be his first of the season. So great run there from him. As you see the Stanford faithful out there painted up in the stands there. It's 14-3 here in Northern California. 10 seconds left before we get to the half, and we'll see if we can stop this run from K-State, and we do so. And that'll be it for the first half. So first half looking very good here for us. 14-3. Coach TJ Bonds. I need to correct myself there. It's going to get really confusing here. But TJ is doing a great job here. First game with a nice 2-possession lead. And we'll see if he can continue doing that coming up in the second half. If you guys don't remember already, I'm kind of mentioning there. I'll leave a link in the video. But TJ was a halfback for Stanford back on my original channel. And of course, he's been around the NFL for a while. He's been with different teams. There's been different, I guess, versions of him on the main channel there. But he is now, retired from the NFL now, and he is now, like his dad, trying to be a team builder, and he has gone back to his alma mater of Stanford and trying to take over that program there and try to turn things around, just back to the glory days of when he was a player there at Stanford just many years ago. So let's start the second half here, as we got to try to see if we can get make some adjustments here. I think we need to run the ball just a little bit more than we did in the first half. It's Femer in there, going to run this one. Nice job there from Tate as he gets 8 yards on the carry, and it's going to be a 2nd and 2. So when Steve, we were talking about this. He's been kind of talking to me about it for a while now. I was like, originally this was going to be on the main channel, but then I've been thinking about starting a second channel and just kind of just put some more other content up there. We're going to have if it's not up already, but we should have some golf. Also UFC, and some more. We'll have a new Road to Show character coming up, and we'll start a new Madden series with the Kansas City Chiefs here pretty soon with my Mission Recondition series. That's going to be kind of the same format for all sports franchises, and from anywhere from the NFL, NBA, MLB. MLS, all that kind of stuff. So, it's like, okay, let's kind of do something like that. Originally, I had the idea was doing just a coach, just kind of doing a coaching carousel, but using, as you see, Barber stiffs arms there, trying to get around on that spin, and gets 20 yards on the reception. Great run there, great talent there that we have for our tight end here for Stanford. But going on what I was saying, we were, that was my original idea for the channel, doing a coaching carousel, and the only thing I was going to do is just run either offense or defense with a coach, a brand new coach, and just see what he can do, and just kind of see where where his career could take off. Of course, I would start off as in the smaller conferences, and kind of work our way up to one of the Power 5 conferences in NCAA. And that was the original plan. And then I started thinking, I was like, I don't know too many people that do online dynasties with their friends. And then the idea of coming up with a podcast to tie in with it, so we can it kind of replaces like our Scotty Sports Talk that we have on the other channel, where I kind of give you guys the inside look of what the coaches are thinking and the players are thinking, stuff like that. But that kind of replaces this, but with instead of me explaining that stuff behind the scenes, it's going to be other people with the other two teams. Of course, we won't get to see them too often unless we play against them, in which at some point here we'll schedule Steve and Taylor in games. Right now, for the time being, we'll probably only see them in a potential bowl game. But it was just something different I was wanting to do, and I started thinking, I was like, it's not a bad idea. We might do that. I know in Madden we will see each other quite often, of course, because we're all going to be in different different divisions. Steve, I believe, he moved the Bills to Toronto, and I'm not sure where Taylor's playing. I want to say Taylor might be the Lions. But yeah, I haven't decided. I haven't looked to see what the records are for teams like that on there. And then whatever I play, I kind of want to be with somewhere where I can have to rebuild. Not do too much rebuilding, but just kind of take what they got and just kind of add on a few more pieces. Me, I kind of like using teams that needs that they're missing some pieces. They're missing some key players there and moves and whatnot. So we're gonna try to do something like that in Madden 25, and we're gonna get that fired up here pretty soon here on the channel. I don't know when it's gonna debut, but it should be debuting here pretty soon. We'll go to a second and 6 as we get back into this ball game here. And I'm so excited because there's just so much to talk about here on the channel, and there should be a channel update video kind of talking about the different series that we're going to have here on the channel, if it's not already up here on the channel, because I am kind of recording stuff randomly as I try to put the channel, I've been putting the channel together for a while now, and just coming up with ideas and just playing stuff out, but recording wise, I'm just kind of recording things just as I'm playing them, especially whenever I can play this particular series here, because I'm trying to, not trying to stagger it, trying to get it to go and just try to record as much stuff as I possibly can in bulk. We'll see, try to run the Wildcat here, and that is going to be just a 2-yard gain for them, as it's 21-3 here in the fourth quarter. Like I said, these quarters are really quick. They're 5-minute quarters. It's very different playing, very different strategy. Playing the so small of a quarter set. I told Steve that I kind of want to play at least no more than 8 minutes, so I can get at least a couple, get close to 100 plays in a game. And he was agreeing with me. They were but he said that he would consider it for next season. So we'll see. Maybe next season we'll play, add 3 more minutes to the game, and just, so it doesn't, because to me it was just going by too quickly. I was getting into it, and really I want to kind of get to know the players and what they can do, and also too just be able to have some time where, if we are running up the score, maybe I can put some backups in like I do in my series there in the Highland Scotties. So a good run there from James Harold, who is the quarterback for us, and maybe I'll make a video up here of just kind of get to know the players and whatnot. But Harold, inside the 10, as he's calling an audible here, doesn't like what he sees from the defense, maybe shifting some guys around. He's got to hurry up and snap the ball here as the play clock's down to 2. Drops back, looks, and he has fired this one up the middle. Oh, dangerous throw there. Don't know exactly who he's throwing to there, but there was a lot of white shirts there. lot of white jerseys that could have had a chance to pick that off. 2nd and goal as we're still inside the 10. And again, he is calling, changing, look like he's some routes here in the red zone. And play clock again down to 2. He's got to snap this one here. Drops back, looks, he fires this one up the middle, and that's going to be picked off by Bullock in the end zone. 2nd time now that's happened now here today. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Washington and the Wildcats as Wilson gets a catch. And that's a 7-yard gain there for him. Puts him at there near the 28-yard line. 3rd and 3. And they're going to try to see, of course, this is going to be a pass situation now with it's only 2:06 left. And they got to have a lot of work to do here as that one gets overthrown. As that was a great play there from the defense. And, of course, K-State's going to have to go for it here on 4th and 3. So 4th and 3, if we can stop them here, this game's pretty much over with. As they are going to blitz here, Washington has to throw this one up. That is going to be caught, and it's going to be out of bounds there as Andre Washington cannot get that one in there to his receiver, and they are going to turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, Harold here for the Cardinals, drops back, throws this one up there, launches this one up to Murphy. Murphy gets the catch, and that's a 24-yard reception for a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 back in the red zone here. I think this time around, I think Harold's going to be a little more smart now here, and he's going to just hand this one off as he does to Feener. And Feener's going to try to break a tackle, breaks a couple more, and then gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the Stanford Cardinals get on the board again. And this is a big win here for opening weekend. This is the first game of the 2028-2029 season. Wow, that's way far from now. Actually, not that far, but anyway, minute 45 left. We'll see a pass there. Wilson gets the catch and makes a nice circus catch there for a 4-yard reception. And Wilson has 5 catches for 17 yards. 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Under a minute left here. Of course, this is all about pride here as Van gets a catch. Van getting down to the 1st down marker as he fights for that extra yardage. And that's a 1st down there for K-State. As K-State burns a timeout quickly. 51 seconds left before we end this one here at Stanford Stadium. And we'll see. Washington gets taken down there. A loss of 6 on that one. A loss of 8 on that one there. As we go to a 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18, Washington back in the pocket here. Gets a good pocket. Has to throw this one away quickly as he sees a defensive lineman breathing down his neck. So that's going to be incomplete passes. He throws that one away. 3rd and 18. And Washington here looks like they're going to try to run a screen pass there, but he gets caught as Kevin Williams comes up for the sack. First sack of the season there for him. As we'll take a look at the replay there. Good play as they both of those defenders there putting pressure on the quarterback there. And that is going to force him now to turn the ball over. And now just Cardinals really now just try to run the ball here with just a few seconds left. They'll wrap this up and they'll get their first win here under the new administration here at Stanford and the Stanford Football Club, or the Stanford football team. And that is Coach TJ Bonds. So TJ Bonds gets his first win here as a Stanford coach. 13 of 20 there for Harold. As I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think he might be one of the dark horses for the Heisman here this season. So he has definitely been talked about, mentioned quite a bit. But 13 of 20, 244 with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the game. Finner, 15 carries, 67 yards, and 1 touchdown there for him. Of course, Harold also had a rushing touchdown for the day there. Barber, 6 receptions, 94 yards, a touchdown for his effort. And Murphy, 3 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Take a look here for the team numbers there, team stats. Check that out. And pretty good. Even though we did give a turnovers there, we were just able to capitalize really on really putting some pressure on them. I wish we would have seen a lot more blitzing than as opposed to towards the end of the game there. I think we should have did a lot more during at the beginning. But nonetheless, our defense did a great job, only giving up 3 points, and really showing up for this ball game here, game 1 of the season. As like I said, there's some of the stats there I've already mentioned already for Stanford. Oh, he's a redshirt senior, so yeah, he's definitely trying to end this season, this senior season, off on the right foot. Of course, Fenner there, another redshirt senior there last year for him, and try to get him on maybe get some attention there from some of the NFL scouts out there watching. Barber Jr., hopefully we can keep him around for another year, as he's there. You see his numbers for this one, and like I said, just it was a fun game. It was a really fun game to play. Very different indeed, and especially it's kind of weird because I have no control of really, I have control of the schedule. I have the control of somewhat of the outcome of the games because I can, I'm playing them. So it's no different than playing the, my other series there on the main channel. But just there's some weirdness about it to it. But at the same time, it's just like there's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot more storyline, a lot more drama coming about, and that's what I said, especially with Taylor and Steve playing this in this series. There's a lot of history between those two because they play for quite a few national championships against each other, and of course, they played national championships without the other one. So a lot of history in this online dynasty. I cannot wait to talk with them more about that and share that with you guys. I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it, and I know there's a lot of NCAA fans out there like myself and like them who really miss playing, miss having an NCAA game coming out every single year, but still really enjoyed this one. So it's really cool. It's really fun to see, and I cannot wait to play more of this. So I definitely have to play the second game coming up here, because the second game in week 3, we have to, I believe, we are heading, or if not, I think we're hosting. We're hosting the 23rd ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. So we'll be hosting that game, second game of the season, third week there. It's a midday game, so it should be a fun one there. I cannot wait, as we'll play Penn State. And of course, Penn State already got our first win of the season. A nice top 25 battle there, and we'll see how well things go. And of course, then in week 4, look, we're already in the Pac-12 conference already game. So yeah, and of course, I'll show you guys who because Fresno State's a new team, and also BYU is one of the other teams that's new to the Pac-12, at least in this version of our online dynasty. So we'll talk more about that and so much more coming up in future episodes. But coming up in the next episode, it'll be number 23, Penn State in that one. So stay tuned for week 3 between the Cardinals and the Penn State Nittany Lions here on the Cardinals Online Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. The links are down below. Definitely check those out. And also check out our Patreon page if you want to be a Patreon to this channel or to the main channel even. You guys can do so by clicking on the link down below and be a patron of either channel, or actually technically you'll be patrons of both channels. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.